Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rikah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, in the sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing the truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwaf who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GeoMaster Leno Camp, coming at you with another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. The Lord's willing to be edifying. Hey, shalom, sister, shalom, shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabrakatah. Shalom, brother. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabrakatah. Shalom. And this is, I must be about my father's business. Now, you got these bug outs coming back, I guess, after the coronavirus, after they opening up the world again, so to speak. So now you got these devils, Vocab Malone and them, coming back out, spewing their madness. Where they was at 2 weeks ago, man. Quiet. Hey, it was like a mouse, man. But this is I must be about my father's business because these devils is hurt and they're gonna continue to be hurt until Yahweh shall return, man. You can't get into the kingdom. This ain't for you. This is only for the elect of Israel. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1. Now all of a sudden these devils come back out with their madness all over again. This is Ezekiel 2 and 1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me. If the Lord don't send you the Spirit, this ain't for you, man. Okay? In John 3 and 27 say what? It had to come from on high, man, from the Most High Yahweh. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me and set me upon my feet. Then I heard him that spake unto me, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though thou briar and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions. So the Lord called the stiff-hearted of Israel scorpions, thorns, and briars. Be not afraid of their words, be not dismayed at their looks. And we get a lot of crazy looks when you're out there in the highways, man. A lot of crazy looks, man. But you know what? The Lord said what? That he made our forehead hard as their forehead, man. Again, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like the rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, and mourning and woe. Right? The world wars, World War One, Two, and Three. Lamentations, man, and woe, lamentation, mourning, and woes, man. Because what? When you come into the truth, you understand that your family ain't gonna receive it. 2/3 ain't gonna get it. No matter what you do, they ain't gonna receive it. We got to go through pestilences and famines, all different type of calamities. So lamentation, mourning, and woes. Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then I eat it. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. You got to learn these scriptures front and back, Genesis to Revelation, with understanding, man, with understanding. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them, for thou art not sent, to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. No other nation, man. Again, Ezekiel 3:5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech or of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words they do not understand. Surely have I sent thee to them, they will have hearkened unto thee. The Lord said, if he had a son Ezekiel to another nation, they would have listened. Surely have I sent thee to them, they will have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. All the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant hardened flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thy heart, and hear with thine ears, and go, get thee to them of captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me a voice of a great rushing, saying, Blessed be the glory of the Lord Yahweh from his place. Now, this is Nehemiah chapter 1 and verse 8. Now it said, Go get thee to the house of captivity, right? Hold on. Let's go back real quick. Again, Ezekiel 3:11. And go, get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power. This is Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 8. And it reads, Remember, they say will put us in remembrance, though we once knew this. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. Who is this? Israel. Verse 9. But if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the utmost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from thence, and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. This is in Deuteronomy, man. Okay? This is talking to who? The wise of the people, man. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 10. It reads, Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. That go to 2/3 of Israel and the heathens. They will not understand. But the wise shall understand. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 12 and verse 35. Verse 36, it reads, Thou only hast been meet to know this secret of the highest. Thou only has been meet to know the secret of the highest. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them, and teach them to the wise of the people whose hearts thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. And teach them to the wise of the people whose hearts thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. This is not for everybody. This is Psalms 25 and 14. The secret of the Lord Yahweh is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. What covenant? The covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. This is Psalms 147 and 19. It reads, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. Going into Ezra. This is Ezra chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin, Salakia, let me read this first. This is Ezra 1 and 5. It reads, Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all them whose spirit power had raised. Ezekiel 37, right? It say, with all them whose spirit power had raised, to go up to build the house of the Lord Yahweh, which is in Jerusalem. Who? Judah, Benjamin, and Levites. Now, all 12 tribes. It's doing what? Building the house of David, right? Let's read this real quick. Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. As in the days of old. That's what I'm going. Back in Ezra, again, 1 and 5. Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all them whose spirit power had raised, to go up to build the house of the Lord Yahweh, which is in Jerusalem. This is a spiritual house being built. This is Ezra, chapter 4, verse 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard, now when the adversaries, this is important, now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of captivity builded the temple unto the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel. Now it said again, now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity, what did the Lord tell Ezra, tell Ezekiel? Go to the children of the captivity, right? Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of captivity builded the temple unto the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you. No, you have no dealings here, man. Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God as you do. That's the whole cut, man. You can't worship Yahweh, man. You heathens, you devils cannot worship the Most High Yahweh, man. I don't care what you heard or who told you. You can't worship him, man. Go worship your gods, man. When you go to 2nd Chronicles 25, the Edomites had their own gods. The Hindus, the Ishmael, Edom, Ham, they all have their own gods, man. Okay? Ammon, Moab, they have their own gods, man. They can't worship Yahweh, man. Again, Ezekiel, Ezra 4 and 2. Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers. Who are the chief of the fathers? I read it to you in Ezra 1 and 5, man. Judah, Benjamin, and the Levites, man. And said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God as you do. And we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, had commanded us. Then, hold on, did you hear that? But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chiefs of the fathers of Israel said unto them, the heathens, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, had commanded us. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building. Is not they troubling us today in building a house? Which they can't, but they're trying. Read on. Verse 5. And hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose. All the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius, king of Persia. So these vocab Malones, these EJ loves, these Jesus words, they are all hired counselors, man. Okay? To do what? To try to frustrate the building of the house of Israel. But you can't stop it, man. This is 1 Peter 2 and 5. It reads, ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood. It's a holy priesthood. You see, these are buzzwords, man. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house. This is not a physical house, man. This is a spiritual house and holy priesthood. What was the holy priesthood mentioned at? In Exodus 19, man. And holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices. What spiritual sacrifices? Romans 12 and 1, man. Present your body as a living sacrifice, man. Didn't it just say right here, ye also as lively stones? That's a living sacrifice, man. These are the buzzwords that these devils don't understand, man. 1 Peter 2 and 5. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to power by Yahweh Shah Mashiach. They don't understand that, man. This is Nehemiah chapter 4. It's Nehemiah 4 and 1. But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall he was wroth, and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And he spake, who are the Jews? I read to you Ezra 1 and 5, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? And he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria, and said, what do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned? Yeah, that's what we're doing now, man. Building a spiritual temple. Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall. They're gonna try to use somebody to infiltrate the system, man. To infiltrate like they all like the wicked always have done, man. Okay? How do they take down Black Panthers? How do they take down Martin Luther King? How do they take down Marcus Garvey? They use an insider, man. Again, now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he should even break down that stone wall. Now, the reason this is mentioned about the fox, right? When you go to Ezekiel chapter 13 and 4, this is what the Lord said. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. To do what? To deceive, trick you. So that's why the God mentioned that. Let's go back to it. Nehemiah 4 and 3. Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he should even break down the stone wall. Hear, O our power, for we are despised, and turn their reproach unto their own head, and give them for a prey in the land of captivity, which he will do, and cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee. For they have provoked thee to anger before the builders. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work. It said, what? All the walls joined together. I just read in 1 Peter 2 and 5, ye are as lively stones, building up what? A spiritual house, man. And these devils hate this, man. They hate it, man. Verse 7, Nehemiah 4 and 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth. Hold on. Hold on. Amos chapter 9 and 11. What does it say? Read it again. In that day will I raise the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Nehemiah, again, chapter 4, and verse 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth. Vocab Malone, E.J. Love, Jesus is the Word, all these people. Okay, James White, the Edomite, the heathens are pissed off, man. Why? Because you can't turn back. You can't turn the elected Israel, the hope elected Israel, back to that madness, man. You can't turn them back, man. We know the truth now, and there's no way that you can turn back the hands of time, man. Only the Most High Yahweh can do that, man. It's impossible. So now the Lord done raised up his men, his chosen men, his elect men, whomever they are. Yahushua said in John 6 and 44, in the last days he will raise up those men that were him from the beginning. So you can't just read that. You can't do nothing to stop this, man. So now they are very rough, man. John 6 and 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. What did Amos say? Amos 9:11. Again, because this is the key, man. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, man. So, back in Nehemiah 4 and 7. Hey, this is beautiful, because these devils is hurt, man, and there's nothing they can do to get in this, man. Okay? But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth and conspired, all of them together, to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it. Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our power and set a watch against them day and night because of them. What did the Lord say do? Keep watch, man. Right? Matthew 26 and 41. It reads, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So what we're doing, watching, man. Go back to Nehemiah. Nehemiah chapter 4 and verse 9. Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto the Lord. We made our prayer unto our power and said, they watch against them day and night because of them. And we're supposed to watch, man. We're supposed to keep watch day and night, man. Isaiah 62, right? Isaiah 62, man. Psalms 19, right? Chapter 2, Psalm 19, verse 2, man. We're supposed to watch day and night, man. Day unto day utter speech, night unto night show of knowledge, man. Right? And Judah said, the strength of the bearers of burdens is decayed, and there is much rubbish, so that we are not able to build a wall. And our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease. What is that talking about? Up top, man. In verse what is that? In verse 3, when it said, what if a fox go up, he should even break down that stone wall. What fox? I read it to you, man. Ezekiel 13 and 4, man. Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes of the desert, man. So if they send an infiltrator, they can stop the building, man. Nehemiah chapter 4, again, in verse 11. And our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them. How? As a fox, man. As an infiltrator, an insider, man. Another Jake. That's why I go into what is that? Galatians 2 and 4, right? They come in to spy out liberties, man. Okay. Jude 1 and 4, crept in unawares. It's talking about an insider, man. See, these devils know that we can't be deceived by these heathens with their wacky plantation Christianity. So they use Jake to do it, man. Like who? TD Snakes and Creflo Dollar and all these bug outs, man. You see, they using our own people, man, to deceive them. But just like you saw the 3 pastors that died a little while ago from coronavirus, the Lord is jacking their ass up too, man. It ain't gonna be long for TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar and Geo Genesis before they're gonna catch a grievous death too. The Lord said in Jeremiah 14, man, Nehemiah 4 and 11, and our adversaries said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them. How they gonna come in the midst among you? They're gonna use another Jake to do it, man. That's the only way they can infiltrate something, man. That's how they got the Black Panthers. Till we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease. But see, now, this is a different time now. You can't call the work to cease, man. Just like it was in the ancient time, man. Zerubbabel said, you heathens have nothing to do to build the house of Israel, man. You have nothing to do with this, man. Nothing. Verse 12. And it came to pass that when the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, represents the Jews, which dwelt by them came, they said unto us 10 times, from all places whence ye shall return unto us, they will be upon you. Therefore said I in the lower place behind the wall, and on the higher places, I even set the people after their families with their swords, their spears, and their bows. And that's what today, these scriptures, man. I will cover these scriptures, man. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord Yahweh, which is great and terrible. Beautiful. And fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses. And that's what we're doing, man. That's what the Hopeful Elect is doing, man. We're fighting for our brethren, our wives, our sisters, our sons, man, our houses, man. And it came to pass when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and power had brought their counsel to naught, which he will do. Tell you that in Job 5, man. He will bring their counsel to naught, man. Okay? Tell you that in Psalms 33, man. And it came to pass when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and power had brought their counsel to naught, that we returned all of us to the wall, everyone unto his work, man. Hey, you gotta work, man. If you come into the truth, you become a lively stone. You are part of the spiritual house that's being built, man. The tabernacle of David that is being raised, man. You gotta work, man. And listen, you gotta understand this Nehemiah chapter 4 is cold, man. They work day and night, man. Listen to this. Verse 16, Nehemiah 4 and 16. And it came to pass from that time forth that the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them held both the spears, the shields, and the bows, and the habergeons, and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. So they said they both held spears, the shields, and the bows, man, and the habergeons. Matter of fact, let me see what that is. I ain't looked at this word before. Let me look it up real quick. The blue letter. That's Nehemiah chapter 4 and 16. Let me see what that is. Nehemiah 4:16. H8302.
Strong's H8302. Shiria, and second entry, Shirion, and third entry, Shirian, and fourth entry, Sarah.
Okay, so it's a body armor, a weapon, perhaps a lance, javelin, habergeon, coat, harness, coat of mail, breastplate. Strong definition say breastplate, coat of mail, harness. So a protection gear. Let's go back to that. Nehemiah 4 and 16. And it came to pass from that time forth that the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them held both the spears, the shields, and the bows, and the habergeons, and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. They which build on the wall, and they that bear burdens with those that laden, everyone with one hand, Shalak, everyone with one of his hands brought in the work, and with the other hand held a weapon for the builders. Everyone had his sword girded by his side, and so builded. And he that sounded the trumpet was by me. And I said unto the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, the work is great and large, and we are separated upon the wall, one far from another. In what place therefore ye heard the sound of the trumpet, resort ye thither unto us, our power shall fight for us, as the scriptures say. So we labor in the work, Salaki, verse 20. In what place thereof ye heard the sound of the trumpet, resort ye thither unto us, our power shall fight for us. So we labored in the work, and half of them heard the spears from the rising of the morning till the stars appeared. Likewise, at the same time said I unto the people, let everyone with his servant lodge within Jerusalem, that in that night they may be a guard to us and labor on the day. So neither I nor my brethren, nor my servants, nor the men of the guard which follow me, none of us put off our clothes, saving that everyone put them off for washing, man. So right here, Zerubbabel and all our fathers built the wall, and they didn't, he said, what? They didn't read again, Nehemiah 4 and 23. So neither I nor my brother, nor my servants, nor the men of God which followed me, none of us put off our clothes, saving that everyone put them off for washing, man. Because they had to watch, man, because these devils was doing what, man? Trying to find a way to destroy us from building the wall, man. Gotta read this again, Nehemiah 4 and 7. But it came to pass that when Sambalat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth and conspired all of them together to come and to fight at Jerusalem and to hinder it. So you see, these devils is trying to hinder us, man, but they can't. It said the breaches had been stopped, man. Nehemiah 4 and 7. Just as it said in Amos 9:11, man. So these devils is hurt. They can't come into the truth, man, because it ain't for them, man. This is only for the elect of Israel, man. This is only for the elect of Israel. That's what the Lord told Ezra what? Again, teach these to the wise of the people, man. Ezra 12 and 36. Thou only hast thou met to know, thou only hast thou meet to know this secret of the highest. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them, and teach them to the wise of the people, whose heart thou may comprehend and keep these secrets. Only ones can do that is who, man? The elect. 1 Corinthians 14:32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. And which I was going to get, the brother put up Nehemiah 3 and 6, Esau 7, Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto the servants, the prophets. It say unto his servants, the prophets. When you go to Leviticus 25 and 55, let's see what the servants is. Leviticus 25 and 55. For unto me, Lord Yahweh speaking, the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord Yahweh, your God. You see? So the only ones that can get this truth, that can become what? A spiritual brick to the temple of the Lord, man. Are you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans? What's in the Haitians? This is 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 9. For we are laborers together with power. Ye are power's husbandry. Ye are power's building. According to the grace of God, that gift that he gave you, which is given unto me as a wise, that's another cut, as a wise master builder. I have laid the foundation and another builded their own, but let every man take heed how he builded thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's works abide which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. So their fire going, your work shall be declared by fire, rather righteous or wicked, man. The point is what? You are become a builder, man. Again, read this again. According to the grace of power, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, man. As a wise master builder. And who can receive this truth? Only the wise, man. Daniel 12 and 10 again. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. I could just say it in 1 Corinthians 3. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand, man. Shalom, ma. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Shabbat. Shalom, brother. Gotta read this again. 2nd Ezra, again, 12 and 36. Thou only hast thy meat to know this secret of the highest. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in a book, and hide them, and teach them to the wise of the people, whose heart thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. Proverbs chapter 8 and 17. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yet durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. Only ones can get this is who? The elect, man. Proverbs 28 and 5 reads, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord Yahweh understand all things, man. This is Colossians 1 and 26. It reads, even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, man. To the saints. 1 John 2 and 20. It reads, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. Unction is an anointing, man. You have an anointing from the Holy One, and ye know all things. Why? Deuteronomy 29 and 29, man. The secret things belong unto the Lord Yahweh, our power. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law, man. Hey, what it say in Romans Romans 11 and 33, right? Let's read that. Romans 11 and 33 reads, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of power. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Who have known the mind of the Lord Yahweh, or who have been his counselor, or who have first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him again. For of him and through him and to him are all things, and to whom be glory forever. Amen." So, who know the mind of the Lord, man? Only his son. What did Yahweh shall say? It's 1 Corinthians 2, 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. Let's read this. "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of power, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spirit discerned." These vocab Malones, these Jane White the Edomites, these Jesus the Words, these EJ Loves, they are natural men, man. Natural men. They don't understand what's going on, man. "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of power, but they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord Yahweh, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of a Mashiach, man. Okay? We got the mind of Yahweh Shai, man. That's why Galatians 6 and 1 reads this. "Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted." So, as I read in Romans 11, it said the same thing in 1 Corinthians 2 and 16. 1 Corinthians 2 and 16 say, "Who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him?" Question mark. No one, man. But who know the mind of Yahweh? Yahweh Shai, man. But we have the mind of Hamashiach, man. You see? That's why Yahweh Shai said this, man. Luke 22 and 28. "Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations." You see? We got the mind of Yahweh Shai, man. And what did the Lord say? This is John 14. What was that? John 14 and 6. Yahweh Shai said unto him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If you had known me, you should have known my Father also, and from henceforth ye know him and have seen him." Huh? Because you see Yahweh Shai. Verse 12. "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he hath believed on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto the Father." So, Yahweh told him, verse 17, "Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you." Right? Verse 23, Yahweh shall answer and said unto him, "If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him." You see? "But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you." So, this ain't for no outsider, man. This is not for outsiders, man. This is the words of the Lord, man. It's Joel 2 and 27. Joel 2 and 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord Yahweh, your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed, man. That doesn't change, man. Isaiah 45:17. That doesn't change with the Lord, man. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end, man. Okay? Hey, when you read, this is Colossians 2:16. It reads this. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of an holy day or of the new moon or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Hamashiach, man. And Hamashiach came back for who, man? The lost sheep of Israel, man. The scattered lost sheep, man. This is Deuteronomy 4:27. It reads, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. And there you shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord Yahweh, thy power, it said the same thing in Baruch, man. If you shall think upon my name, it said the same thing right here, man. Deuteronomy 4:29. But if from thence, well, from captivity, if thou shalt seek the Lord Yahweh thy power, thou shalt find him if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul, man. Now I read it earlier. Nehemiah 1:8, man. It reads, remember, I beseech thee, the words that commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. Did I not just read that in Deuteronomy 4:27? Deuteronomy chapter 4:27-29. I just read it, man. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. But if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the utmost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from thence and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. This is talking about to the elect of Israel, man. This ain't talking about to no damn heathen, man. Luke 18:7. And shall not power avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth. What did the Lord say? He came to seek that which was lost, man. They tell you that in Ezekiel and in the New Testament, man. He came to seek that which was lost, man. We don't got to go to the scriptures, man. Okay? Matthew 10:5. We don't got to go to that, man. Okay? Luke. I'm going to close with this. This is Luke 1:68. It reads, blessed be the Lord, Yahweh power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, may serve him without fear. The same thing he told Pharaoh, let my people go that they may serve me. He said, what? Have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Now, when you go to Genesis, let's get that in blue letter. Genesis 49 and verse let me see, is it 10? Okay, this is Genesis 49 and 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. What is he talking about? Let's get to the blue letter. Let's get this. Let's go to the word Shiloh. H7886, man. See, these people don't know these scriptures, man. It say, let's play this.
Strong's H7886, Shiloh, Shiloh.
Shiloh. It said, he whose it is that which belongs to him, tranquility, meaning uncertain. Shiloh. Strong definition. Shiloh, it's an ephite of the Messiah. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be, man. This is in Genesis 49, man. Who is it talking about? The Messiah, man. It's a H. It's a H7951.
Strong's H7951, Shalah, Shalah.
Shalah.
And second entry, Shalav, Shalav.
It said to be at rest, prosper, be quiet, be at ease, and to be or have quiet, prosper, safety, happy. Okay? Strong definition, man. Secure, of success or successful, to be happy, prosper, be in safety, man. It's talking about when your house shall come, man. Hey, can't make this up, man. It's beautiful. Brother have Root 4 and 18. I done Tazia 1, Root 4 and 18. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Con. He got up Root 4 and 24, same brother. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come unto you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Con, that's beautiful, huh? Beautiful. I'm gonna close with this lamentation. Lamentation 4:17. As for us, our eyes are yet filled for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. You understand? These devils can't save you, man. We waiting on Yahweh to return. We waiting on the Heavenly Father Yahweh to send his son to redeem his elect, man. Lamentation 5 and 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand. Are we waiting on who? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, man. Lord, was edifying. I gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well. And the sincere salutation to all the occupants, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, we the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Akwaf who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord willing, edifying to next time I say shalom. Hey, shalom, sister. The water for tuning in, the water for you Akwaf tuning in. May Yahweh Bashim Yahushua continue to bless your houses. Lord willing, edifying to next time I say shalom. Hey, the water for everybody tuning in, the water.